Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today we have a Cavin Johnson update. Yes. We have a Cavin Johnson update. This was reported by Disky Times, and this is what they're going to be reporting about Cavin Johnson. Is he going to be a Kaizer Chiefs coach or not? And that is what Disky Times reported. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please subscribe, and continue to support the channel. Let's get to it. Cavin Johnson, Johnson and Johnson, Diamond. But anyway, Cavin Johnson, vaccination. Yeah. It's been reported. Good. Yeah. You know, this one is an easy one, but at the same time, I am very conflicted. It was reported by Disky Times that he will not be the Kaizer Chiefs coach next season. Next season, Cavin Johnson is going back to head of development. You know, head of development is where Cavin Johnson is going. But here is what I am going to ask. And it's not a very nice ask, but I'm going to ask the ask anyway. Guti, from what we've seen with Cavin Johnson, does he look like the person who has the energy to really bring up Kaizer Chiefs head of development? Having seen what he can do with the older players, do we think he's going to filter the best players and bring the best structures into the Kaizer Chiefs development, head of development position? A part of me is like, it's not the same as being a coach. So he's not there to be a coach. He's there to fix the structures. He's there to fix like the scouting of the youth players. They're just to fix how the team operates from a youth development perspective. But at the same time, this is where my issue comes in, is that somehow I want one attitude at Chiefs. And what is that attitude? I want consistency. So, for example, if by some reason we get a coach like Pito Msimani or Nabi, I want a head of development to be someone who can mimic or make the other smaller teams play exactly or have the same attitude towards football like our Pito and Nabi, if they are our coaches. I want the head of development to do that. For example, I don't want a Cavin Johnson who is going to be soft and who is going to say, it doesn't matter, our boys are going to push and all of those things. And then Pito's like, no, he must sit bench. I don't want him to play on my team if he has that kind of attitude. No. You see, then you have one coach who's saying this. Then when these boys go from development into the first team, they all of a second they get a culture shock when they get to Pito, and then they struggle to deal with how Pito coaches. They must be used to it, Baba. They must be used to the demand of excellence, you know. So sometimes a part of me feels like Cavin Johnson may not even be the right coach for head of development. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you mad, Baba, it's not the same position. And you know what I'm going to say to that? I'm like, you're right. Maybe I am just taking too much of what Cavin Johnson did for the senior team and putting it on the head youth development. But at the same time, am I making sense? Does it make sense for me to say this? Are you guys happy that I'm bringing this up? Tell me. But on the positive, we say this. At least we know Cavin Johnson won't be our coach. So definitely we're going to have a new coach at the beginning of the season. Now the question is who? Nabi is going to be expensive. Pito is going to be expensive. And also, with regards to Nazruddin Nabi, the issue that's going to come with Nazruddin Nabi is that because Chiefs messed up the initial deal, there's going to be some circumstances with the Nazruddin Nabi. Number one, Nazruddin Nabi is going to cost a whole lot more. He's going to demand so much more in terms of his salary. That's problem number one. Problem number two, Nazruddin Nabi lost one of his coaches. Actually, maybe even all of his coaches have started different jobs now. But one specific one that we see all the time is the Pirates fitness coach. If any of you didn't know, the Pirates fitness coach was technically meant to be the Kaizer Chiefs fitness coach with Nazruddin Nabi. That is one of the players that's one of the coaches that Nazruddin Nabi wanted to come with him to Kaizer Chiefs. And right now you can see Pirates players are fit like crazy. They are moving like, I don't know what, the boys are fit. And you can tell Guti, the fitness coach brings good energy in the team. Have you seen how happy the Pirates players are when they work with the guy? It's like they can tell they are getting better in their conditioning and their fitness. And that guy brings out the best out of the players from a fitness perspective. So, in saying that, Chiefs lost that. We lost that, we lost so many things beginning of last season that it's sad. Number one, what we lost at the beginning of the last season is a chance to win the MTN 8 because, Sundowns was sleeping. All other teams were sleeping in the MTN 8. We really could have won MTN 8 if it wasn't for Chiefs not making the Nasreddin Nabi decision. We lost out on so many things. But anyway, not to get too far ahead. But yeah, so Nasreddin Nabi is going to also have to bring his own technical team as well. That is another train smash. And that's going to be the same for Pito. My only issue with Pito is this. Look, maybe it's too early to judge and stuff like that. But my question is, if Pito is, I want Pito. Pito is one coach I want. But a part of me is questioning his technical team. Are they good enough to get us over the top? And a lot of you are going to be like, yeah, they got the previous Sundowns there, etc. And then I'm like, yeah, but guys, times change. And we have to be honest. If we have to evaluate Pito's football, he was winning games with Al Ahly and he got a team promoted, Al Ali, etc. But his team wasn't really dominating. They were just doing enough to win. So that is another thing is what's happening with these assistant coaches. Will they be good enough for Chiefs? Because a lot of you, what you don't realize is that a team like Al Ahly, a team like Al Ali, and all of these teams were already set up to be good teams. Pito just had to come in and add one or two signings and then get the teams to the promised land, But when it comes to Chiefs, there's just too much that is broken. And when there's too much that is broken, it's going to put pressure on the people that are around Pito if he gets the job. So that is the one difficult thing for Pito that he's going to have to face, is that there's no sinking ship he will ever face like a sinking ship of Kaizer Chiefs level. Sundowns, even the ship of Sundowns that was failing that he experienced all those years back will not compare to the sinking ship of Kaizer Chiefs. This one is worse than the Titanic 3.0. But yeah. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Kevin Johnson's no longer a coach. Hip hip hooray. And then, Amakhosi.